Hello students, in today's session we are going to perform the experiment on Schrage motor. Fine. So our objective of the experiment is to study the variation versus brush separation in a Schrage motor. Actually, as you have already studied about induction motor, DC motor and other types of motor, so there is a class of special machines that, like, whatever limitations and challenges that we feel in our conventional induction motors and DC motors, so for that we have a special machines like hysteresis motor is there, stepper motor is there, reluctance motor is there, and in that sequence we have got Schrage motor. Fine. So basically Schrage motor is it's named based on like the scientist named as K.H. Schrage, who belonged to Sweden, and he had like given the design in 1911 about this. And like in your theory course, you will be having the construction and working principle details. As of now, we are just briefing you the basic fundamentals of this motor, and then we will be demonstrating the experiment that is in your lab. So this is the physical arrangement in our lab regarding the Schrage motor. The ratings you can refer from here, 420 volts, and it's like 7.5 HP, and the rated speed is like 2200 RPM. Actually students, this Schrage motor is like we can refer to as a polyphase inverted induction motor. And basically in this primary like we have like supply through 3 slip rings, which is given to the primary winding, which is mounted on the rotor, and this rotor makes a rotating field in this case. And then like this motor is also referred as commutator motor also, and like the winding that we have is known as there are 3 windings on this: primary, secondary and tertiary winding. So basically the fundamental is that there is some sort of we can say like we have external brush arrangement, and what we'll be seeing in terms of variation of this arrangement, we are supposed to see the motor characteristics on no load and on load conditions. Fine. So we are going to demonstrate the whole procedure in front of you, referring to the circuit diagram. Referring to the instruments required in this experiment, the ranges and the type of instruments that we need is shown in the manual also. You can refer it to it from the file that we share with you. Coming to the circuit diagram, these are the connections that you need to refer in terms of the circuit diagram, and like we need to connect our circuit according to this circuit diagram. So what we have done in the lab, we have done the connections in accordance to the circuit diagram. And so students, what you are expected is that when you perform this experiment on your own, you are supposed to do the experiment connections on your own. Fine. So here we have the supply TPST switch, and the starter is here, and all the connections are joined over here. Fine. So
you people are now briefly introduced with that Schrage motor. So now we are going to start that experiment, that is nothing but the speed variation with respect to that brush variation. Okay. So first of all, as a precautionary measure, first we have to switch on these TPST, that is nothing but a 3-pole single throw, and now all the connection we have already done here. So and after connecting that TPST, we will go for that on the supply, and then we will on this starter, that is nothing but direct online starter. Okay. So we on the supply, and now start the motor. So if you can see that motor is started, and now it is under the no load condition. Okay. So we will take the reading of voltage, current, wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2 in accordance with the variation of that brush. Okay. So if you can, sir has already introduced with that brushes. So here it is in condition of 0 0. Now we will move it and go for the 3 degree
Third position.
third position. Okay, so
This
now we
is
will take
presently right. This is on fourth position. We can set it on third. Fine. So you can observe there is variation in the speed, and as the right now the motor, even it's running on no load, the variation in the speed is just because of the arrangement of the brush.
So we will take the reading of all the meters and we will tell you what are the readings are. So here in ammeter it is 2.3. So with all the process we have started this machine. Now we are going to take the readings at the 0 position of that brush. So see here it is at 0 position. Okay, and now we will take the readings of all meters. That is nothing but a current, voltage, W1, W2. So it is coming like 4.2 something around. It is coming around 218. Sorry, 418. It's more than that, I think.
450.
450. And this is our W1, that is coming around 200. That is negative actually. Negative values are coming. So I have interchanged it M and N, and then it is showing the positive. Means we have to take the readings with negative sign, and it is showing the positive only. So it is coming around 320 watt. Now we will change the position of that brush and identify the values. In accordance of that only we have written these values.
And meanwhile we will check the RPM also. It's coming around 625. The RPM is 625 on the brush position 0 and no load condition. Fine. So in the similar way,
These all readings we are taking under no load condition.
initially,
If you can see, this load is loose. Okay. So now we will change the position of that brush to 3 degree or third position and see the variation in all values. So we will take. So we are taking the reading at the 3 degree or third position of that brush, and you can see that ammeter is showing around 4.8 ampere. Voltmeter is showing around 450, and wattmeter 1 is around 220 negative value, and W2 is around 280 watt.
and the corresponding RPM, let's check. It's around 775. Please note down 775 RPM. So similarly, as right now we have like taken the no load readings on the third brush position, what we need to do is that in accordance to the next set of readings, we will have to change the brush position to different arrangements. Fine. So in the experiment, what we need to do in the observation table, we need to set the brush positions to 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. Fine. So there are brush arrangements. Accordingly, we will be changing. Fine. And on the various brush locations, we can see the RPM changes. Fine. So as of now we have performed this procedure for the no load condition. Similarly, what we can do is that we can adjust these pulleys and we can put this motor on load, and the same characteristics can be plotted for the low load conditions for the various arrangements of the brushes as shown to you. Fine. So based on these set of readings, we can have observations and we can comment about the characteristics of this motor. Fine. So this has to be performed by you, and you need to understand the characteristics, how they are coming, and we'll be sharing the ideal set of readings with you based on the experiment that we have performed in the lab, and the set of readings will be regarding the no load conditions and on load conditions. Fine. So as of now we are not demonstrating the whole procedure. So let's reset the brush to 0 position and switch off the motor. Fine. So that will be done by pressing off the dual switch and